everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Fresh Press Hash House. Today we have Samantha Francesca from Sticky Fingers Collective joining us today, sharing the vibes, playing the great music. And this week they have a couple of shows coming up. You can see me. I'm going to be at Mall Grab on Wednesday, and Sam and James are also going to be there. So, come say what's up, come see them, come see Mall Grab. Should be fun. I think that's who it is, right? Yeah. Hey, Sam. Where's Sam? Yeah. So, we have a special guest for you today. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about cryptocurrency and this coin that's developed here in DC by a local developer, and really excited about it. So come check it out. Come join us. Gonna give us a little break while I take a dab and have him join us on the camera. So oh, it's all good. You're good.
To have a conversation about crypto within the cannabis space in Washington D.C. But it's very, very difficult to get people past the fluff that they've already heard. And you're the very, very first person that was willing to accept Bitcoin for your consultation services. And I can't say thank you enough for that. That's pretty freaking dope. Right. My name is Anari Singh Bey. I've been in the Washington, D.C. area since '88, from Sierra Leone, West Africa. Pretty much grew up in the DMV, went to Springbrook High School, a little bit of Montgomery College, went up and down the D.C. streets. I pretty much lived in every facet of the DMV. Right. I started my company here, and then I took it to San Francisco, and then last year in May, I brought it back. I think that this city, well, number one, so here's the thing, right? A lot of
see this computer that we're looking at right now, and I see that you're streaming something right here. So this streaming service that you have set up right here, how does that work?
All right. So right now, on OWO, my platform, OWO.world, when you stream, on OWO, we have what's called respect. We don't have a like button. Right?
Okay.
It's not like Facebook or Instagram where people just like your thing and you feel great. You get a good feeling like, ooh, someone liked my picture.
Here you're earning respect.
You're earning respect, Birdman style.
Birdman, yeah.
Right.
Shout out to Birdman.
And when you get respect, you actually earn OWO. You actually get cryptocurrency. You get rewarded for it. Right. We're transitioning to an environment that is labor of the mind. Right, physical labor is dying down a little bit. Where now your ideas have value. That whatever you're about to tweet out on Twitter, that actually has value. Whatever you're about to post on Facebook, that has value now.
That's why memes are great. Yeah. Memes are value now.
You're damn right.
And we can make them valuable with OWO.
You're right, right. But a lot of people think that DC is not tech. But if you think about it, right up the street, Virginia, that's pretty much where the internet started.
Yeah.
Right. There's no Mission Impossible movie you watch. No, freaking what spy movie you watch where they don't have the latest this, the latest that. Yeah. And it's always right up the street.
Yeah. I mean, we have some of the largest, server complexes in Virginia. Yeah. And they're building more. Yeah. In land that used to be, horse land, pretty much. It was like where all the farms were, and now there's just like big server farms, and you see them from the highway, and they're just like these nondescript buildings.
Yeah. I mean, Virginia wasn't in running to get Amazon here.
Yeah. Right. Are they still or no?
No. Amazon decided on Charlotte, I believe.
Oh wow, good job, Charlotte. It's a lot of jobs.
Yeah, I might be wrong, but I think that's where they decided on.
Oh man, I was kind of excited to have Amazon here. Oh, are they going to Atlanta? Atlanta was also in the running.
Yeah. I mean, I figured, DC might have gotten a leg up since everyone thinks Alexa is CIA, and I mean, it would make sense for them to have an office in VA as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that Amazon is definitely working with something there. I mean, they're listening, right?
Yeah. It just says Alexa and it wakes up all of a sudden, right?
I mean, I have friends where it wakes up just like out of nowhere. It's like they don't even tell it to wake up. It just like hears something and it's like it repeats what they say, and it's like, is that correct?
That's a little bit scary, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, thank you for being an adventurer. Thank you for being a futurist.
Oh yeah, man. I've accepted Bitcoin since I started here in DC like a year and a half ago. Yeah.
So, what do you think the hiccup is with other folks in the industry?
I think people just don't really understand how to get the money back out of Bitcoin. I don't think they even understand how Bitcoin really works. Like they think that you have to buy like a whole Bitcoin to make like a Bitcoin, it's like, I gotta buy a whole Bitcoin to get like, but they don't understand it's like a fraction of a Bitcoin. Like you buy as much as you want, or like you can.
Yeah, you can buy $1 in Bitcoin.
Exactly, and it's like, you're always gonna have that so long as you don't lose the key.
True that.
And if you lose the key, well, you're fucked.
Well, that may be getting a little bit advanced for folks who.
Oh yeah, exactly.
who don't know
a lot of people don't even know what a key is. Yeah, that's very true.
So it's important that for the newbies, right? Don't be intimidated by this conversation. I know that we're talking about something that's really important to people's lives, right?
Yeah, and the thing is that Bitcoin is really worth it. The way that it works. It's like it's an anti-investment. So it's like you invest in it because it doesn't work the way that our regular finance system works, because it works against our regular finance system. If you kind of look at it that way, it's kind of like an insurance against how we used to be in the world. And that insurance is going to help you move towards the future. And we have to understand that you can't fight it. It's going to happen. Like we were talking earlier, and Venezuela now has their own Bitcoin, which is crazy.
Very, very true. Venezuela will be one of the richest countries on earth within the next 15, 20 years, assuming massive war doesn't derail their plans.
And it's very possible it could.
Yeah. But look, let me just give people just a basic understanding of exactly what this thing is, right? It's important for folks to know that this thing is a technology. It's 100% math. It actually solved a 100-year-old math problem, which is how do you keep something digital from being copied, right? Or more correctly, according to the technical terms, if something digital was copied, you can prove the copied version, right? So that is game-changing across the board for everything.
I did not know that that was the problem that it solved.
Yeah, that's
I
the
had no
problem
idea
it's-
that when he wrote that white paper, that was the reason that he wrote it.
Yeah, right. You can prove the digital fake of something, right? So now it doesn't matter if it's land title records, right? If you buy a house, you have to have the title company go do a search, and it takes 2 weeks, blah 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 blah.
So there could be a system where every title is numbered with a certain hash.
Yeah, it's going to be as simple as me just sending you a Bitcoin transaction to buy your house.
Amazing. And that would include the title in the transaction altogether.
Altogether.
Yeah, and that's what's scary. That's what's scary. There's that people don't understand that. That's so wild to them because they're so used to having everything in a paper.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I have my deed here, or no, or the bank holds my deed because I have a mortgage. But they don't understand that these coins, if you're mining these coins, if you're trading these coins, then you can create your own wealth
Very, very
from
true.
it.
Right. And even more so, I think that folks in the Western world have the comfortability of a system that works. Your title record is in the courts. It may take a month for them to find it, but it's there.
Right.
But in parts of the world, in Sierra Leone, where I'm from, good luck finding that land record. Right?
Yeah, because there's a lot, like in Venezuela, in South America, there's a lot of, in countries where you want foreign investment, this is actually great.
Yeah.
Because it creates a paper trail, not exactly a paper trail, but a way to track back to the original owner.
Exactly.
And you can always trace it back to that first person who started the transaction.
Yeah. And even that, now we can actually put the exact plot of land that I own in that transaction as well.
Well, how would you do that? Would you like
Just the
create
coordinates.
the geo coordinates of the okay, and then you would say like how long, like the length and the latitude,
Exactly.
or the longitude and the latitude. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Right.
That's really
and
cool.
now you have irrefutable proof.
So how would you
that
add that
land.
to the code that has the transaction, and like how would a company go about doing that? Like that seems kind of revolutionary just that idea of it,
True that. Well, right now there's a company called Bitland, BITLAND.world. All right, and they're specifically targeting the African continent to bring this solution to them, that you can have your land records on the blockchain, right? And they have
crazy.
a blockchain that's specifically designed for them.
That's crazy. I think that's so cool. Like, no, that solves a great problem because a lot of people get duped into buying land that's not theirs.
Exactly, and a lot of people, especially in various parts of the world, will sell their land for way undervalued. They discover oil somewhere, and they just, go to various folks in that area and write them a check without them knowing that's the actual value of the land, or actually knowing that oil was just discovered within the vicinity. Right? But now all that changes the minute that record is immutable, irrefutable on the blockchain.
But how would that help that person who sold their house?
So it's not just the person that it helps. It actually helps the entire community and so on and so forth, right? Because right now in the United States, in order to price your house, they use comparisons within a 2-mile radius.
Right.
Right. So now that system becomes transferable into other communities as well across the world.
Right.
Right. Where your land was just sold for $500,000, that means your neighbor's land next door is also valued at $500,000, and you're not going to have somebody come in and offer you $50,000 for it.
Right.
Right. So these kind of impactive things is what the technology solves. You got to understand, there are 2 pieces to this, right? Bitcoin is really just the incentive for you to participate in what's called the blockchain ecosystem. The blockchain is actually what runs the show, right? The blockchain is a database. It's open source. Anybody can write into it, but nobody can go back and edit it. That is pretty powerful.
So have you heard of the company Ethereum?
I've heard of Ethereum.
So what makes them different than Bitcoin?
All right, so Bitcoin is the original, Right? Ethereum was started by a very, very smart kid. He's Ukrainian, but he was living in Canada at the time. His name is Vitalik Buterin. And he pretty much just asked himself the question, well, what would happen if you could write code on top of money? Right? So I could literally loan you $5 and program that $5 to come back to me in 30 days. And regardless if you're dead or alive, that contract is going to execute and I'll get my $5 back.
So that's what Ethereum does.
That's what Ethereum is.
So you can lend money with Ethereum.
Well, you can do what's called smart contracts with Ethereum.
Okay.
Right. Smart contracts pretty much allow you to get into an agreement with somebody without the need for a lawyer. Right.
Okay.
If you want to rent your house, Airbnb style smart contract, you can have it say, okay, at 8 p.m. when this person sends an Ethereum address, a transaction to this address, open the door. Right. At 10 p.m. tomorrow, the door won't open anymore. Right. So now this is a smart contract that was just executed without Airbnb.
All through the Ethereum platform.
All through the Ethereum smart contract platform.
Wow.
Now you have car rentals, you have this.
So are there any companies that are using something like this? Are they that are implementing the Ethereum platform?
Yeah, right now Wall Street is in love with Ethereum because Ethereum just made it possible to do anonymous transactions on their blockchain. So you can imagine, the kind of contracts that Wall Street or finance companies want to have. This is a perfect use case for them. This is a perfect technology for them. Right. Now let's go into a more fun arena. Let's say at some point in time there's going to be a LeBron James that comes about that says I don't need an agent anymore. Right. Every time I make a shot, give me my $50,000. And the smart contract will execute just like that. Every time you make a shot, give him his $50,000 or her $50,000.
That would be crazy. Like the new agents are going to start using Ethereum to get better contracts for their players.
Yes. So or the players themselves will just say, I want more money. I don't need an agent. Right.
We're gonna cut out the middleman. Goodbye, agent. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. This thing knows when I make a shot now.
Oh man, that would be crazy. So, what company you said? How is what other companies are using it other than Wall Street? Are there any banks that are using it for any transactions or no?
Not. If they are, they're not being too public about it.
Okay.
Right. You have a lot of banks right now that will just come out and throw shade on the technology just to bring the price down. Right. And then next thing you know, they buy it up. But it's inevitable that cheaper, faster always wins. Right? The amount of middle processors that you're able to eliminate with this technology is going to make banks salivate because that's a lot more profit for them. Right? It's no different than Netflix. Cheaper, faster than Blockbuster. Email cheaper, faster than the post office. And you see, cheaper, faster will always win out. And that's going to be the exact same thing with the blockchain technologies.
Cool. Right. So explain to me a little bit more about OWO, man. Or what do you think would be the number one thing that sets you apart from other coins?
But here's the thing, right? I think that for this particular audience, they have to understand where they may fit in this industry. Because one conversation that's going on right now, especially in California, is the seed to sale process. Right? Yeah. There's a law that's going to pass, if it hasn't already, that requires all dispensaries in California to attach some kind of barcode to the product.
Right.
The barcode will tell the entire seed to sale story of that product.
Mm-hmm.
The best way you're going to be able to accomplish this is going to be blockchain, right? So you can imagine if you created a new strain, you don't want to go through the process of filing patents, this, that, and the other. You can now just store that on a blockchain transaction, right? There are a number of cannabis-related cryptocurrencies. There's Potcoin, there's Dopecoin, there's Cannabis Coin, right? They have been around for 3, 4, 5 years. They have a little bit more traction in Colorado. But they have been trying for quite some time to get dispensaries to understand that there is a solution to the banking problem, right? But they just have to step outside of their comfort zone and understand how they fit into this technology. So,
I see the biggest issue is not only the dispensaries getting along to it, but then also getting the consumers to start buying using Bitcoin. or another coin, and then them having understanding like, oh, but this.
Yeah, but
How do I put my money into it, and how do I get money into it?
very true. True that, right? Yes, true that. There's a card that you can use that you can have a BitPay card or a Coinbase card. It's a Visa card that you can just swipe. Right? If I sent you Bitcoin right now, you're able to deposit that in your bank account within 24 hours using Coinbase.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to send me Bitcoin, just let me know. I'll give you my address.
You should have your like a QR code on every stream.
Oh, I should. That's actually a great idea.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah,
Yo, yeah, exactly. That's the next thing is
it's
people are like,
man,
how,
it's hip.
what's that mean? Mine a coin? What do you mean you can go mining?
Man, it's hip.
We're gonna go mining online for coins. We're gonna get them and we're gonna mine them. How exactly do you do that though? Like that's what everybody's thinking. Like, what do you need? What do you need and what do you mean?
Look, ultimately, Bitcoin, you're going to be able to get your hands on it for free, right? There's services that you can use right now, Steam it, the O.World platform, where you just get rewarded in Bitcoin for your content. You upload a picture, you upload a video, somebody likes your video, somebody gives your video, votes on your video, somebody gives your content respect, and you earn some Bitcoin. That's a way to get your hands on it for free. As I mentioned, that we're transitioning more to a labor of the mind as compared to actual physical labor, right? We're also transitioning to a world of assets as compared to debt, right? Right now, we're a debt-ridden world, society, whatever the case is. But if you have 10 variations of cryptocurrencies, it's 10 different assets that you have, right? Right now, you can't bump into anyone on the street that has, gold, silver, this, that, or the other of them. This was how it was, 100, 200 years ago. This was
Right.
assets that people have.
Oh man, I never even thought of that, man. That is kind of mind blowing to think about that. Like honestly, it's like the world of assets right now.
Exactly.
Like it's like if you understand it, then you can build it.
Yeah, right. And one of those assets could easily go from $1 to $50,
Right.
Or 10 cents to 25 cents, whatever the case, right? But it's going to be up to you to be willing to just understand that you've watched enough futuristic movies to know that the future happens. You got self-driving cars all around the place. You got hoverboards. You got freaking drones all over. It's not unrealistic
Flying
that
cars
you
are
have digital
next.
money. Exactly.
Flying cars are
You can
next.
go to Mars in 30 days.
30 days.
30 days.
30 days.
Right? It's not unrealistic that your money
We
is
thought
digital.
that was impossible like 7 years ago.
So conceptually, people have to understand that, look, get that out of your mind. Conceptually, the future is happening regardless how you feel about it. It's just so that now it's actually touching something that, that you really, really care about. It has "In God We Trust" written on it, for crying out loud. For the past how many ever years, this paper thing is all you view, and now somebody's telling you, oh, there's a digital version of it. That's going to make some people uncomfortable.
It makes a lot of people uncomfortable. A lot of people, yeah.
But regardless, the future is happening. You can't stop self-driving cars. You can't stop drones, and so on and so forth. So the best thing that you can do is just understand the new world that you're in, right?
Don't fight the wave. Get on it and ride it.
Yes, and DC could actually become one of, if not the leading cryptocurrency city.
I don't know, man.
One of them?
We don't have enough water sources or energy creation around us to do that. You think we could do that?
Yeah, you could do that because you got the cannabis industry.
Oh,
Right? By the cannabis industry and the cryptocurrency industry will infuse. That's going to happen. Like seed to sale
Oh,
is
yeah.
a real thing.
yeah, but like, how could we even implement that in the city when there's people who don't understand what that even means here, that are fighting against seed to sale stuff here? Like there's no rec shops here. Even though we've got legalized cannabis, everybody here is fighting the rec shops. So.
True that. So I think that it would help if
we just need to show them that there's money behind it and that there's a way for it to be taxed.
True that.
Because that's what they're scared of, is that if we implement this type of system, that it's not gonna be able to be tracked and taxed. Because what they think about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, they think it's completely anonymous and you're like a criminal if you use it. That's what they think. That's because every time you hear about cryptocurrency, it's all like, oh, the black market internet was raided. They found $4 billion of Bitcoin. you know, and it's
I
just
even
like,
hate that it's called a black market. Damn it, can it be like an orange, something brighter?
oh, what was it? The
Warning-
Silk
warning
Road.
The red market.
The Silk Road. The Silk Road. The Silk Road.
Well, what is it? The Silk Road 3 now?
Shout out to everybody who lost money at the Silk Road. I feel your pain.
Yeah, old Mount Gox, or the list goes on.
So anyways,
Right. But really though, DC has a real opportunity to be like the forerunner in this space with just folks understanding that you're in a naturally smart city anyway. I mean, you're in the capital of the planet Earth, right? This is a very, very smart city. It was an OG that actually hit me up to it and said that DC is a lot smarter than you think. It's just a lot of folks from other areas come in and kind of dumb the city down, supposedly, right? But as far as the OGs of the city, DC is a very, very smart city, right? And I don't think that this is something that's
let's talk about the people coming in from outside the city and dumbing the city down with with what happened this weekend and oh. Damn, should I bring that up? Is that worth it?
Yeah, bring it up. What happened?
No, I think there's enough talk in the city about it.
Man.
There's no point.
Just so we don't bash people over the head
Oh
with
man,
too much crypto stuff.
you know that there was this festival going on. It was like the Greenhouse Gas Festival or something like that, right? And it was just like 100 vendors. They were charging. It was like 106. It was like 106 vendors. And 6 of them were food. I think the people with food made the most fucking money there because all the vendors were just getting high as shit and being like, man, fuck this place. Just taking fucking rips from the fucking bongs and being like, fuck this place. They all put up tarps on their fucking on their tents because it was raining like a motherfucker too. And I feel bad for the people who fucking decided that was a good idea.
The foodies.
Because like at least the people who had the food carts there made money, and like that's the next thing, guys, is like if we do our own fucking shit, we gotta be running the food carts too.
Have a variation of
That's
gifts,
the real
man.
move. That's the real move. In the next festival, fuck getting a tent. Let's get a cart and sell food.
Have a variation of gifts. You can choose this, or you can choose this plate.
yo, honestly, who's down to do a festival, and every vendor will be responsible for one part of the festival, so that way nobody is out of it, and then we do it all as a community, because fuck the bullshit. There's enough money out there for us to do it all together. We definitely could. We could. I hear a lot of people talking about it, and it's definitely something that needs to be done. Let's stop talking about community and let's actually build something. So, yeah. There's a lot of talk. We got 8 months to make this work. We got November coming up. We gotta start shit up again with our voters. We gotta start registering more people for our movement too. I haven't seen anything with that happen recently, and that's kind of sad. Shit, we need to start lobbying people too, man. There's a dispensary in Southeast that just opened, and you know how they opened? They lobbied. They went for it. They hunted that down, and that's what we need to do, because it's ours for the taking, and we're letting people stop us. All the money that we're putting into this game, we need to be putting in the real game. And really mess with the people who are up there, We need to reach out to these people. Not only the people who are shipping us shit, we need to talk to the people here in DC who have been in this game for a minute, because they're the ones who need to be making the moves with us.
And you also got to get your nerds involved, man. Get your techies involved. Right?
Yeah, we definitely need to do something about the tech industry too. We need people like you who are down to get it, down with the movement too, because we need a lot we can make this work for us. You know, we can run a crazy social media campaign for somebody who we put our backing behind. We can really make it work where we start taking over certain parts of DC's local government. Like, we can really make it work. There's people out there in this industry who I've met who work in government who can definitely make this work.
True that. That is a very, very valid point, man. Especially throwing a massive social media campaign behind the right candidate.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we can reach a lot of people. You know, if everybody's in it. You know, there's people in this industry who have hundreds of thousands of followers.
True that.
You know, so, and that's all local followers, all people from the East Coast, all people who could easily register to vote and vote for the candidates that we promote. You know, because honestly, we have a platform, we should use it.
Very true, right? And I can tell you, there's not a single coder in the city that doesn't
smoke weed. Yeah.
Maybe that's a little bit too broad.
Yeah. But there's, you know,
most coders smoke.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I spent 6 years in San Francisco. Most coders smoke. Like, it's not a debate over there. Google is not going to drug test you. Facebook is not going to drug test you. That's not going to happen, right? But part of also getting your nerds and techies involved in the conversation is, you know, if you don't have a nerd in your crew in 2018, you're wrong decade hustling, in my honest opinion, right? We are the folks who build solutions that end up on every single person's phone, right? And we present the solutions in an engaging, entertaining way, right? So if the objective is to make this the thing in DC, right? You're gonna need at least $1 or $2 billion companies.
Oh, definitely.
Right? In Colorado, you got a few hundred.
I don't even know how big the industry here in DC is, but I know that if we include DMV, we have a huge market. And, you know, Virginia is not going to legalize anytime soon, so everybody from Virginia is coming to DC to cop. Yeah. You think it'll legalize? What, in like 2025, sorry. I used to say, I said I'm high, bro. I said I'm high. 2020, no way. I mean, the whole East Coast, nah, definitely not. Virginia's not lighting up. Have you seen any? No, I mean, just because a couple of senators are like about it does not mean it's gonna happen. No, it doesn't, man. The thing is that in Virginia, the way it's getting set up is not the right way. Like, they're going industrial hemp, and they're just gonna give access to four growers, 4 facilities to grow it, 5 maybe, I think. And then when it goes to marijuana, those 5 are gonna have priority because they've already been in it.
What about CBD?
That's all hemp. That's all hemp. Yeah, that's all hemp.
You gave some very, very good information last week about it was, you know, that was skillfully done. It was a good education lesson.
Yeah, I love CBD.
Dope. Right. But please, get your nerds, get your techies involved in the conversation. I'm exhausted from approaching folks in this business, and the minute that you know, I say I'm a techie, all of a sudden, if I said I was a rapper, I'd get way more props. Right? If my platform was a mixtape, that shit would be multi-platinum.
Yeah, it's crazy. When I was talking about that shit, people were going crazy. They were just like, oh, I want to be involved in this shit. So that's cool. Yo, shout out to anybody who wants to actually be involved in this. We actually got to like start thinking about the future with this. You know, it's, you know, how are we going to build a community? And like the first steps to do that is, you know, reach out to the community. And that's what we're trying to do with it's like myself and 4 other people. We're going to be focusing on the community, making things work. And what we're going to do is create an academy to help people understand the benefits of cannabis. And, you know, we're going to have our classes coming up at Elevated Roots Academy. So come see us. You'll see the flyers come up. You'll know what's going on. Come see us.
Right. And also there's a food high club section on the OWO platform. All right. So OWO.world, OWO.world. First, OWO means money in Yoruba. OWO is the cryptocurrency that I created. right? This is a SHA-256 proof of work, proof of stake cryptocurrency. It's not an Ethereum token for those in the know, right? And on the owo.world platform, it literally translates to money world. Everything you do on the platform earns you some variance of money, right? When I was in San Francisco, I went around pitching this idea, that idea, and one of the ideas that was being pitched was called Food High Club. The premise here was for you to match your favorite strain with meals from local restaurants, right? So,
Yo, so who does the write-ups for Food High Club?
You do.
Boom. So this becomes part of the OWO platform where you're building your respect. It's like a local Yelp, but hey, not only that, I'm also giving reviews to the people who gifted me this strain.
Exactly.
Oh man, I love that. It just like feeds into it so well.
Yes. Like DC has a sick opportunity to build a plethora of successful tech companies.
Man, and I'm always going out to eat, man. Yo, I actually saw Drake at this fucking restaurant, yo. It was crazy. I was out with this girl, and we're just like sitting on the patio, you know, drinking some fancy shit. And then one of my friends who works there, he was like, "Yo, Drake's gonna come in," and I'm just like, "Who?" And then it's like, oh, this, and then they're like, you know, it's just crazy, man. Seeing somebody with that much fame. He wasn't with anybody. It was just him and his boy. It was crazy.
Nice.
You know, you'd expect a bunch of people to like take out their phones and start filming, but nobody did that. It was chill. I love that.
Yeah. That's actually pretty cool when that happens. Like, you know, it's cool to have, you know, them enjoy their life a little bit.
Of course.
You know. But yeah, man, Food High Club, I think that is a great opportunity, once again, to bridge the cannabis and the restaurant industry. Look, you're going to go out to eat anyway. You're going to order something after you smoke, right? You might as well, just like you said, it was the foodies that ended up panning out over the weekend.
Right.
And that's an opportunity to merge both industries. If you're an entrepreneur, right, you should see every single angle that's available in this industry. It's really not just puff and that's it. Like, this is a mega $100 billion plus industry that has a lot of different verticals.
There's a lot to see out there too. We gotta think about everything about this industry and, you know, build our own for it.
And like I was saying, DC, you have a really unique opportunity. So many of y'all are getting your Instagram pages banned, right? Jump on OWO. You can create business pages on OWO, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm starting to create my business page on OWO. I'm gonna become what's it called? Like they're like I can sell you OWO now.
Yeah.
How's that work?
So one of the opportunities that we present is to say, look, just eliminate your overhead of getting stickers, T-shirts, this and that, and just sell OWO, right? If you're getting OWO for your content, right, and somebody you know, wants to support your business, you sell them $40 in OWO, and they choose from a variety of gifts. Right, the gift can be a T-shirt, a necklace, a this or that, and some premium cannabis per the rules. Right, as long as there are a variety of gifts. Now, I'm not a lawyer. This isn't my legal advice, right? But from the legal advice that we've gotten on how we can be okay in this space, one of the biggest problems that we understand is that when you're gifting, there's only just one category of gifts. So that's a problem. Now, if the gift is a chain, a watch, and then a variety of strains, then you can say, okay, look, you know, understandably, they keep choosing what they want. They could have selected the jacket, they could have selected the chain, but you know, they went with something else, right? But at least there's a variety of options in this gifting economy, right?
So like right now, the way it works is like, you know, somebody sells you something and they gift you something else as well.
Exactly.
You know, they're like, oh, well, thank you for coming to visit me. This is like, you know, part of like an extra service. I'm gonna give you some herb. Here you go. You know, but
have the customer make the choice, right? They just buying the OWO from you. They give you the $40 in cash. You get the cash. You send them the OWO, right? And they pick from a variety of gifts.
See, but that to me sounds too much like a transaction.
How so?
Because it's like because you're exchanging money for the OWO.
Valid, but if you were selling stickers or T-shirts, you'd be exchanging money for the stickers or T-shirts, right?
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's legal either.
Valid. All right, but for my understanding, It's not necessarily of whether it's legal or per se. And I hope I'm corrected if I'm wrong, please. Right. Is the value of the sticker worth that $40?
Yeah,
the
so
value of that
that's
t-shirt
that's
worth
something
that
that does
$40?
come up, but it doesn't really matter.
Right. But if it's
the end of the day.
something that is
It has to be something. So like the way that I thought it worked. It was, I don't know if this is legal at all. I don't think it is. But like what you do is you do art, and then when you have art available, it's something that you've created or that somebody has created for you, and it's a one one of a kind type thing, or it's something created just for that specific moment.
Very, very true. But at the end of the day, you're the one assessing the value on that art. True that. Yeah. All right. But if you get in front of the person you don't want to get in front of,
Rodrigo,
right?
can I throw something up on your screen real quick, bro?
Yeah, for sure.
And they have to assess the value of that art. Was that art worth $40? That's where folks end up getting in trouble because there's no way to actually put a value on that.
Well, I mean, now like you said, just like me, I ain't no lawyer, but
Yeah.
the way I see it is, as long as money is involved,
True
it's
that.
illegal.
Valid,
I can give you 2 ounces all day long,
Valid.
every day of the week.
Valid.
Soon as you give me 1 penny, it's now becoming illegal.
True that. And I encourage anybody to challenge me on this. As long as you have a variety of gifts for them to choose from,
No, I don't think that matters.
it becomes a little bit different.
No, it's not, because you're saying that they have to choose a gift, but like I don't know how that would
The
matter.
reason you're
Like,
getting a gift is because you're giving away money.
money, yeah. Like,
no,
so
no,
what
no,
you're
no,
saying
no,
is that
no,
they would
no,
have they would have like 4 different gifts to choose from,
Exactly.
and one of them would be like weed.
One of them could be a variety of, it could be whatever it is that you want, right? But at the end of the day, they're buying OWO. OWO is the item that is being purchased legitimately, right?
Yeah.
OWO right now, one OWO is pegged at $100. It's a fixed price cryptocurrency. So if they buy $40 in OWO, then you can sell them a $40 jacket, a $40 necklace, a $40 this, and so on and so forth. Right? It just so happens that they chose the necklace.
So how anonymous is OWO?
OWO is as anonymous as Bitcoin, which is not. Bitcoin is not completely anonymous, right? The intent is really not to be an anonymous cryptocurrency. Look, so if we want this conversation to move forward, I think it's fair to say that there's nothing wrong with the state saying we just want a legitimate way to make sure that taxes are collected.
Yeah, because that's what we want to do is we want to pay taxes.
Got it. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, cryptocurrency actually presents the best way to guarantee that. Right? Because now, if you sell OWO, you have a blockchain irrefutable proof record of a transaction that went down. Right? And if you sold $500 in OWO on a daily basis, you have irrefutable proof that you'll owe taxes on $500 in items as compared to if you sold a sticker or a t-shirt and nobody knows how many of those things you actually sold. Right? So the states, eventually, Washington, D.C. included, they're going to have no choice but to go to a blockchain route anyway, be it for social services, to pay veterans benefits, Social Security, and so on and so forth. This is going to be the absolute best way to do that. Right? So now, there's nothing wrong. Naturally, the opportunity to include the cannabis industry is going to work just fine as well. Thanks for this. This was freaking dope.
Yeah, that's some Obama Kush actually,
Okay.
grown here in DC. It is fucking bomb. Let's check this shit out real quick before we tune out. We're gonna tune out very very soon, but let's check this shit out. So this right here is called Obama Kush. And it's trimmed up very nicely, completely machine trimmed, and it's grown here in the city. It's very nice though. It smokes very nice. You know, it ashes very well. I don't know where my ashtray
See
is.
that video of Elon Musk chiefing?
Yeah, he was like puffing but not puffing.
The image of that stuffy CEO is gone, man. It doesn't matter if it's Elon Musk, McAfee. All the CEOs are pretty much Diddy now. They're all rappers.
All right, let's check out this stuff. It's called
That one's beautiful, man.
GG4, and this is all organic. This is salt. Let's see the difference. Boom.
Let's get it on the phone.
This is organic. This is salts.
That camera was dirty.
Organic salts. Oh yeah, guys.
This is clean.
You know, even the stuff that's salt based. You know, it's grown really well, so it smokes really well.
Homegrown, you can tell.
Yeah, this stuff. You know, there's a lot of love put into this stuff. Lots of love. All right, guys. So we're gonna get going. It's gonna be the end of our show coming up in about 5 minutes. So we wanted to say thank you for joining us,
Yeah,
and
that.
remember to check out OWO. What's the fastest, easiest way to reach your website?
OWO.world, www.owo.world. Literally translates to money world. Everything you do on the platform earns you some variance of money.
You hear that?
Now, I'm huge on the education piece as well. Every Thursday, there's a Bitcoin meetup being hosted somewhere in the city. It's free. You're welcome to just join in and just nerd out for a sec. Ask all the questions that you have. I don't talk market prices. I'm not going to tell you buy, sell. I want you to understand where you stand in this technology. I want you to understand exactly how this technology works.
There you have it, guys. So, you know, I'm Capital Skunk, and you know, it's been a great time. Appreciate you coming out, man.
I appreciate you having this conversation, man. This is
Yeah,
fucking
man.
dope. I hope it starts a trend. There are piles of techies in the city that would love to have your audience in your ear, and we can do some really, really cool things.
I think we definitely can. I think that's the future, you know?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So, guys, remember, check me out, Capital Skunk, and go to owo.world. You know, money
your
world.
business page,
It's
damn
the
it.
future.
Yes, sir.
Let's do this.